Jesus said, "You will be my martus," or martyrs, which means witnesses. We can only testify to what we've witnessed. We can't witness anything until we get up and go. So join me as we explore deeper into the heart of God. I've been having a great discussion with a very dear friend of mine about trying to accomplish things and going for dreams and what seems to be holding us back. And as the conversation just progressed, it kind of really came forward about this just mental roadblock that I've had that is best illustrated in a video game. Have you ever played a video game where you get like a special power move or something, or like it has to build up for a little while and then you have this special move, and then when you release the special move, it's just this devastating attack. It's very powerful. It's really great. I have found that I tend to hang on to my special move, waiting for that perfect moment to release my special move, but I don't know when that perfect moment is. So I end up not using my special move, and I tend to end up playing the entire game and having never used my special move because I didn't want to use it and then need it right away, and so I tend to not use it until it's too late, and then I don't ever use it. It's also just like Halloween candy or Christmas candy. I get that candy and I'm like, oh, these are my favorite pieces of candy. I'm going to save them for a day that I'm down, I'm sad, I just need that cool, like, special candy, and then I save it for so long that it goes bad. And I never eat the candy because it went bad. So let's jump forward into life itself, where I've been saving cool ideas and opportunities because I've been waiting for my skill level to get to the right place. I've been waiting for me to get to the right place to be able to pursue those things, to start doing those dreams, to start creating those projects, because I want to make them be the best that they can be. And I'm clearly not at my best yet, so I need to wait until I can get to being the best, and then I can start using it. A really silly example of this mentality actually came from My Hero Academia in Season 2, which is a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear that, just skip to this time code. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but young Midoriya has gotten these like Superman level powers that he's never had before, and he learns that he's been treating them like a final move, that he doesn't use his superpowers until all of a sudden he needs to use it, and it's actually like breaking his own body because the powers are so powerful, and he's only using them as a finishing move, where his new teacher is trying to tell him everybody else who's had their powers for a long time, they don't use them as just their special move. They use them all the time. They use them in everything that they need to do. So instead of trying to use your powers at level 100 from the get-go, just use like 5% of your power all the time, and then bump it up to 8% if you can control it to that minute detail. Just use a little bit of it all the time. And that got me really thinking, like, how am I using the gifts and talents that God has given me for when someday I get good enough to be able to do those things? Even this podcast has been a little bit of a crazy opportunity for me, because it's just that I've gotten hung up a couple of times on like, well, this is definitely probably not good enough to release. I don't know if this is the right thing to be doing right now, but knowing that I have to create one every week is enough for me to say, well, if I just didn't do a good job this time around, I'm going to have a bunch more, and it will be lost in the library of how many episodes I've got. My pastor at our church once said, when I feel bad about a sermon, we just remember, hey, I'm going to do it again next week and it's going to be okay. So that gave me enough confidence and enough gusto to just go for it and keep making them. But this has definitely been one of the reasons I haven't done up to this point, is that I didn't feel like I could do it well enough to make it be worthy of actually doing it. And it's a crazy mentality to say, hey, I should only save this idea for when it's the best of the best. So how ridiculous is it that I feel like I need to wait until I'm a master filmmaker before I create my first project? And how exactly do I expect to become a master filmmaker without doing any projects? It just doesn't make any sense at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. There is a journey that you have to go on to find your skill, to find your talent, to increase in what you know. Like, there's so many things, like that journey to even find the work that you want to do is extremely important. And just getting started on that is huge. It's so important to just get started. And so if you are thinking about dreams and what things you want to accomplish, like, check yourself. Is this something that you're struggling with too? Because this has been huge for me. Why do I save every idea I have for the future when I'm going to be better, but I'm not getting any better because I'm not doing anything? It doesn't make any sense, and it never will, because it's a terrible mentality that I've been suffering from for too long. Growing is all part of that process. Like, how I don't want my very first project to be not only the best project that I ever do, but that I'll never do anything better than that. Like, I hope that I keep getting better and better and better. And as I accomplish my dreams, that I accomplish bigger dreams and that they get even bigger and even better. Like, that's what I want. So why do I have this mentality that says I should have the best one first? It's a terrible mentality. So growth is all part of that. And it's tough and it's hard and it's inconvenient and it sucks and it hurts a lot of times, and there's glory in it and it's amazing and look at what we can do. But we have to get going. We have to get started with it. So the things that I'm doing to fix it. First of all, I'm reminding myself of the dreams that I've been saving. I've been saving dreams for too long that I've forgotten what they even are. Crazy pants, crazy. So I'm reminding myself of those dreams so that I can start dreaming about them again and figuring out how I'm going to get started on them. I'm also making sure that I don't give that to my kids. I've been noticing that they've both been kind of getting into drawing, they've been getting into writing, and I don't want that poor mentality of mine to be replicated on them. So in this last week, I started giving them writing prompts because I was noticing that they're like, well, I've got this cool idea and I want to do it really, really well, but I wasn't seeing a ton of things coming from them. But they talk about these great ideas and I'm seeing myself in it, and it's freaking me out because I want them to do better than me. That's every parent's greatest dream, is that their kids would do better than them. So I started sending them some prompts. I said, look, these are meant to be throwaway ideas, not anything super amazing. Here's one for drawing. Here's one for writing. Just give me something. Just give me a little bit of something. So every week I'm going to send them a prompt to get them just going on it, because I'm not going to let this mentality get in them and keep them and hold them back. So things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to complete some ambitions, some dreams. I'm going to go for those. I've built some momentum on the podcast, which is very exciting, but there's more to come from that. I do want to make some short films. I got into video for a reason, and I haven't really been able to do the things that I've wanted to do because I've been waiting till I got good enough for them. So no time like the present. So that's one of the things I'm going to do, and I'm going to start eating my special candy. And I'm going to stop calling it special and just enjoy the moment like my God, who is the great I am, the eternal now, and just enjoy the present and stop saving things for when it's perfect in the future, because nothing's ever going to be perfect in the future. So I'm going to stop thinking about it like that and just enjoy these moments. And I hope that helps you maybe organize your thoughts or think through those things and process how you're handling those. If that's something that you've suffered from, my encouragement to you is just go seize it. Go get started. Pick something and do it. Just get out there and start knocking your dreams down and enjoying the accomplishments of the imperfect, of going and getting things done. And you know what? If it's that great of an idea, you can come back and do it again. That's fine. That's what it's there for. It's these great ideas, but let's get started on something. Don't ever forget, you are not alone, and welcome to the Martyr Life. This podcast has been produced, written, edited, and hosted by me, Jared Eddy. Thank you so much for listening.